Hey ladies, let's talk about something real. Racial discrimination in the workplace. Maybe it's a racist remark, unfair treatment, or a microaggression that leaves you feeling unseen and unheard. Guess what? You don't have to take it lying down. Today we're going to talk about your superpower, the power of the written word. We're going to learn how to write a letter of complaint that demands respect, gets results, and shows you won't be silenced. Welcome to Being Unbothered, a channel for Black women who are tired of dealing with racism and discrimination and instead are living their lives unapologetically. Racial discrimination in the workplace? It's everywhere, lurking in plain sight and hidden in corners. It can be blatant as a help wanted sign with unwritten requirements or as sneaky as a backhanded compliment. So, let's shine a light on these sneaky beasts and call them out for what they are. First up, we have hiring bias. Imagine you're applying for your dream job, qualified and ready to rock, but your resume ends up in the maybe pile because your name sounds too ethnic. That's hiring bias, judging someone based on their race before they even get a chance to prove themselves. Then there are microaggressions. Those seemingly harmless comments that chip away at your self-esteem like tiny but persistent raindrops, like being told you're articulate for a Black woman, or having your hair touched without your permission. And deep sigh, yes, some are still out here trying to touch our hair. They might seem small, but they add up, leaving you feeling unheard and undervalued. And let's not forget the ever-present unequal pay. You're doing the same job as your colleague, but your paycheck comes up short simply because the color of your skin. Talk about a slap in the face. This wage gap is real and it's not okay. But racial discrimination doesn't stop there. It can show up in promotions denied, opportunities withheld, and even hostile work environments where you're constantly on edge, feeling like you don't belong. See, ladies, these are just a few forms of the ugly monster we're facing. But here's the thing, we don't have to stand and take it. We can fight back, and writing a powerful complaint letter is just one way to do it. So let's get writing and use our voices to shake up the workplace. Let's talk about why you should report racial discrimination. Silence is the enemy. Reporting discrimination isn't just about you, it's about holding companies accountable, protecting each other, and creating a workplace where everyone feels valued. It's about saying, I'm not going to be invisible anymore. One of the most powerful things we can do is to report discrimination when we experience it. It might seem scary, but it's important to remember that you are not alone. There are laws in place to protect you, and you have the right to speak up for yourself. Why bother with writing a complaint letter, you ask? Firstly, it puts your complaint on record, shows you mean business, and gives you a chance to tell your story. It can lead to an apology, a change in policy, or even disciplinary action taken against the offender. Remember, silence doesn't solve anything. Your voice matters. Okay, but how do you write a complaint letter that gets results? Don't worry, we got this. And we're going to break it down step by step. It starts with a clear intro, stating your complaint and contact info. Then move on to describing the incident. And be sure to focus on specific details. And be sure to use strong verbs and vivid language. So something like, her words hit me like a punch to the gut. Or, my hard work had been erased in an instant. You get the picture. The goal is to paint a picture. Describe the incident or incidents in detail. Who did what? Be specific. Use dates and names and any evidence you have. Identify the perpetrator by providing their full name, title, and department. For example, it was Susan so-and-so, the senior manager in the marketing department. Describe any relevant characteristics or behaviors. She was the one who always made jokes about my background and seemed annoyed when I spoke up in meetings, for example. Be sure to include witnesses if present. Thankfully, Anna from accounting was sitting next to me and witnessed the whole exchange. And finally, explain the impact by connecting the incident to specific consequences. Susan's comments made me feel undervalued and silenced. I stopped speaking up in meetings and started questioning my own abilities. Quantify if possible. So, for example, my engagement scores dropped significantly that quarter, and I even declined a promotion because I didn't believe I deserved it anymore. Be sure to emphasize the lasting effects. So something like, it chipped away at my confidence and made me question whether I belonged in the company. For months, I felt like I was walking on eggshells, constantly worried about making mistakes or saying the wrong thing. And don't forget to tell them what you want. It could be an apology, change policy, maybe even that promotion you deserve. Then end with a polite thank you and your signature. Lastly, be sure to proofread carefully and remember, clear, concise, and professional is the name of the game. Once you've crafted your masterpiece, send it off via certified mail or utilizing a return receipt request. That way, you have proof it landed in their mail, not in the trash. And don't be afraid to follow up in a week or two if you don't hear back. Remember, you're not just writing a letter, you're starting a conversation. A conversation about fairness, respect, and equality. And also remember, you're not alone. Check out the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission website. Seek legal advice if needed, and connect with other Black women who've been there. If you like this video, drop a like, subscribe, and share with anyone, please, who needs it. Leave a comment below with any tips you may have on how to write an impactful complaint letter. And although it can be hard when you're in the middle of negativity, try to remember better days are ahead. So do your best to stay unbothered.